Ladies and gentlemen, the time has come. As you can tell by the title, this is going to be the last episode of WhiteFyr's Frontier outside of a world tour, which will come at some point after this episode has been released. Now, before you leave, before you say, whoa, wait, what are you doing? There will be another amplified single player series coming to the channel once 1.16 is out, or at least a pre-release. I plan on starting the series with a 1.16 pre-release when those are available. They should be out within the next few months after the release of this video. And yeah, it should be a good time. Now, I did put a poll here on the YouTube channel as well as a poll on Twitter in order to make a decision as to what comes next after the series, and I'll explain all that in just a minute. But yeah, I do apologize, guys, if you enjoyed this series. Hopefully you all did enjoy it. There's a few reasons as to why I'm actually going to be ending this series, and I'll explain those in this video. That's kind of what this video is for. They're going to give this series a proper close and to tell you why I'm kind of doing some things. We'll fly around here a little bit, and you guys can see all the different things that I've done. Obviously, I've done some work in between episodes, not a whole lot though. There's some work over with the villagers, and we might go over there at some point, and I can show you guys around. But yeah, I've got a few main reasons as to why this series will be ending. Ultimately, the main reason is because I'm not happy with how the series has turned out, but there are some secondary reasons as well. I'm not entirely against the world itself. I think the world itself, as you guys can tell, it's a pretty nice world. I think we've done some pretty cool things. Really like what we've done with the village over here, over in the jungle, over in the main base area, and some various other areas around the server. But I think overall, I didn't do a very good job with the series. And part of this has to do with after, like, I believe it was after the second or third episode, I kind of didn't upload for a few months. And that really set the tone, I feel like, for this series over the past 2 years. If you guys are watching this later on, and you know weren't here for those parts of it, you may not know that. But yeah, I would much rather, with 1.16 coming out, instead of trying to do some things around here and sort of, I guess, update to 1.16. I'd rather use this time as sort of a fresh start. Like I said before, it will be an amplified world. It will be a survival single player world. It will have a slightly different focus in this world. This world was mainly focused on building. That world will be mainly focused on survival. And I'm not going to give too many details as to the next world and what plans I have. I will tell you it will be a random seed. So whenever I go to record the first video, whatever seed we get is whatever seed we get. So it won't be something where I pick seeds. I don't like to pick seeds. All of you guys already know that. I feel like having random seeds gives you the best experience. And yeah, I think it's going to be pretty cool. Not to mention, this series has been running for 2 years as it is, which I believe is the longest any of my single player series have ever run. And so I think it's time. I think it's time for a new start. I think it's time for a fresh start. Like I said before, there will be a world tour video coming out sometime after this video. I'm thinking I'm probably going to wait for replay mod for 1.15 to come out. That is being worked on, for those who don't know. I know a few bigger Minecraft YouTubers hired a development team to go ahead and update it. So that should be out at some point. I don't know if I'm going to wait for that, though. It depends upon how much time that takes. But yeah, basically it's been 2 seasons. I'm not happy with how the series has gone, and I think it's time for a brand new start. In terms of what's happening moving forward, there's a few main things. I mentioned earlier about a poll that I ran on the channel and on Twitter. The results of that poll weren't completely conclusive, but it seemed like most people wanted me to focus on my Afterlife content in the meantime. For those who don't know, Afterlife SMP is a survival multiplayer server for YouTubers that I am currently on. If you guys haven't checked out any of that series, I highly recommend checking it out in between this series and the next one, because there's a lot of things going on there. There's a lot of things happening on Afterlife. There's a lot of cool roleplay things happening, and I think some of you guys would really enjoy it outside of this series if you guys haven't checked out that series, even though it's honestly been a little bit since I've uploaded this series, so many of you guys have probably already seen that. But there's a few other things that'll be happening moving forward as well. I will be starting, like I said, a new amplified single player series. It will be amplified, it will be vanilla, it'll be single player, and it'll be exactly in the same sort of scenario as we have here. It'll just be a new world, and that'll happen, like I said, once 1.16 releases, or when basically a pre-release comes out that I think looks pretty cool, or I think is good enough, then I'll go ahead and roll with that. But yeah, like I said before, in terms of details for the series, I'm not gonna give anything away. Like I said before, it's really just, it will be based mainly on the survival aspect of the game. I'm not gonna tell you what the series name is. As you guys know, I always name my worlds. I always give them nice series names, and yeah, I think you all will definitely enjoy it though. If you have any questions for me, feel free to leave comments down below. I will always, as you guys know, I will always be answering comments. So if you guys have any comments, any worries that you have, feel free to leave them down in the comment section below. But in terms of single player content, there won't be any on the channel after the world tour video until I'm able to make a world for 1.16 and get rolling with that. So hopefully you guys will enjoy that. There really are so many fantastic builds in this world though, and like I said before, it is a little sad to see it go, but I'm excited for the fresh start. I haven't had a fresh start in a few years in a nice amplified single player world, and one of the things that I was suggested to do instead of restarting was to have a season 2. I don't like doing multiple seasons of single player. I don't really see the point in that, so I would rather move on to a new world and have a fresh start. This world, ladies and gentlemen, was kind of all over the place, honestly. I didn't have a specified path going into it, and one of the things I'll be working on in between the end of this series and in the beginning of next series is kind of just focusing on like what exactly I want to do with this series off the get-go. How do I want to structure the series? How do I want to make things so that, first off, it's in a logical order so you guys kind of understand how the series is supposed to flow, but second off, make it so that I'm able to upload videos consistently, because like I said earlier, that's the inconsistency with this series and the kind of the bad start. I think it was after like the third episode, the second or third episode, I didn't upload for a few months, and that totally threw me off, I feel like, for the rest of this series. So being consistent about this, giving you guys the content you definitely deserve is going to be a focus. I'm not sure yet exactly what the frequency of the series will be, probably 1 or 2 episodes per week for the new series, but we will see. I will say though, get hyped, because it's gonna be a very, very fun world. I've already had some ideas in my head as to exactly what I want to do. Of course, a lot of that will depend upon the actual seed itself, because as you guys know, I go based off the seed. Whatever is around me whenever I start is how I start off. I really am a survivalist at heart, and so I like to play that way. So hopefully you guys will enjoy it though. Like I said before, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them down in the comment section below, and be on the lookout for a world tour video within the next few weeks that goes over all the buildings that we have in this world. I will say, I will kind of miss this world. It's been a good run. It's been a very good run, but we've got a bright future ahead of us. So ladies and gentlemen, that's going to wrap things up here for the series. Like I said, I will have a world tour out in the future. If you did enjoy this series and are excited for the new series when 1.16 arrives, feel free to smash that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel if you're new and or are not already subscribed. But anyways, guys, take care, and I'll see you in the new series. Survival Heights, Survival Heights, Survival.